Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry about that, guys. My computer crashed. I like literally went to stand up and my computer just crashed. I was like, okay. So I'm back with a pint of whiskey and a lemon. Got lemon because I'm posh. Spooky. That little tray that is supposed to be for the kittens. There's Will's, Neve, and Sunny all crammed into a box with all the kittens, which is better than them keep taking them away. Neve, don't take them away from her. Good girl, good girl. I ran out of breath because I had to go to the toilet and everything. Hello, Ruth. How are you, darling? I keep feeling nauseated. Probably shouldn't be drinking while I feel nauseated. Hi, Angela. Lovely to see you, darling. How are you? I feel hot. Cheers, guys. Okay, then. Oh, no. Shelley's got to go out, so sending love to Shelley. Oh, I've missed our tipples as well. I've been trying to get to come on like more evening times so I could have a drink with you all. But I was obviously been so waylaid by everything lately. Okay, where was I? You don't like the smell of weed, Angela? I don't like the smell of it too much myself, actually, even though I actually smoke it myself. There's Cass's flaps laid out on the table. My flaps are laid out on the table. Okay, where did I glue? Okay, there's two glue tips, so that's the bottom end. And then we're going to put glue strips down here and then pull that forward, okay? So I'll get the glue. Get that liner tape, red liner tape, because it's good shit. Good shit and really sticks hard. Oh, that was so cute, Shaz. I think it's well sweet the way that they sort of just take over parenting, don't they? Like right now, like Will's just got out, but she's been in the box with the others, Sunny and the babies, like, and she's just like feeding all of them. Whichever kitten will come to her, she's feeding them. She's so sweet, bless her, because she lost like a litter of 4 on the same day that Sunny gave birth. So it's lucky, really, that like Sunny was giving birth as well, and that Neve had kittens, because I've seen the damage it does to cats when they lose a litter. Sometimes our Precious lost a litter and it really messed the poor girl up. So, keep throwing this around. Um,
Someone basically copied my Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, actually. Well, I'll show you my one first, and then I'll show you.
We're keeping that one, by the way.
This one's
We're keeping that one, apparently.
mine. And the caption is your man.
Ashes in the background. Okay, like that. An envelope box.
What do you know of your man?
That's what I'm cooking today, by the sounds of it. Ten. Like a bowl.
Because it's like, not same, but basically. Someone's mine. And your caption is your man. And then
Is it someone you know that's on yours?
someone in my old school.
Oh.
And like, he was friends with us for a bit. But then now you don't like him because he cussed us.
Okay.
And then this is his.
Oh, so he's mimicking.
And then his caption is smoking.
Oh,
So it's basically the same thing.
yeah. He's mimicking you, babe. Mind you, you was always a popular girl at your old school.
I have fans.
You have fans, yeah. You know that's the best sign of flattery, isn't it? Imitation. That'd be a good idea, James. Welcome back, Liz. I keep knocking it all over. He's a little crazy one. So, if you look at where it's buggered up. I told you it was off. That's fucked up. There's like an inch there. I've got to do it again now. I'm going to do it until I get it right. Let's get another piece of paper. Let's get one of these ones. Dream one. Silver envelope. Ooh, yummy. I don't get what I've done wrong now. Obviously, I got it wrong somehow. I think it was that first bit. That one. That extra inch can make all the difference, James. It sure can. Excuse me. What? As soon as I start drinking, I'll belch. Tanya said Dorothy will have surf and turf for dinner. I put my best jeans and backwing jumper on for the meal. The surf and turf turned out to be Tanya's knob massage with kibble oil. It wasn't very nice. Okay, try it again. So, that's so true. It helps to talk. This really annoys me because I can't never get it flat. I'll put it over there. Hey, Comic Stitcher, how are you? I'm sorry I missed your birthday, hon. I would have sent you something, you know. Or I'd have tried to anyway. It's not been easy lately, but I'd have tried. How are you, Chronic Stitcher? 10. Oops. Make sure she don't put it down that back of the box for me. Hi, Cryptic. How are you, Lizzie? Izzy, sorry, not Lizzie. How you doing, babe? Nice to see you here. Thank you for joining in. I'm good, thank you. Just trying to learn how to make an envelope box. Nevis, behave. Leave the babies alone. Ah, yeah, she's obsessed, mate. I think she just wants the kittens because of the fact that she's trying to make Wills feel better. Yeah, it's not fair on Sunny, poor girl. Sunny just looks at me like, Mum, go and get them for me. It's like, you're supposed to stand up for your babies. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what Neve's like. I had to let you have my babies. I prick. Oh, bless you, Melissa. I'm sorry. Not health-wise, I hope. Please do email me and I'll get back to you, darling. As I get older, my manhood is starting to look like a cross between a sugar dummy and a toffee apple from the fair. Okay, then. Okay. So, position 1, G. Oh, my God. No, not health good. That's a bonus, I suppose. Oh, bless you. I want to send you something. I need your postal address. I have got it somewhere, but finding things for me is not easy. Send you some little treats to enjoy. Okay, let's see if I can get this right. Pretty serious family issues. Oh, bless you. No, I don't have a cry cut. I wish I had a cry cut. My friend's got one. Wanted my advice on how to use it. I was like, I have no idea, but I have got I've got the Gemini Junior over there, which is brand new. Thank you to Claire for donating to help me get it. Yeah, that's about it. I have an embosser, not an embosser, foiling machine as well now. All good fun in the crafty world. Right, so G, then up to position 1 or 2, sorry, and G again. Arthur's hair brill cream. My ex used to always use brill cream. Yes, I did, Shaz. I thanked her on every crafting thing I've done ever since, actually. So I was quite offended to be treated like I was rude enough not to be thankful for it. I'm more than thankful. Right, and then K here. So position 1. Oh, there is like little position guides on here. K. Okay. Up to second position. I don't know how it worked out wrong before. It must have been some of the part of which I cut wrong. So, okay. Now this could save me a lot of money on buying envelopes. Thank you, Dorothy. Yes, I'm glad that other people did hear it. Like, it's not like I would ever accept anything off of anyone. I hate even accepting gifts. I really do. I feel terrible about it, and I'm always like, oh, no, please don't, yeah, don't over. I don't want anyone to give me anything they can't afford to give me. Do you know what I mean? And I am very grateful for anything anyone does to help me and my family. It's well appreciated. It's not like we've had a lot of help in life. Okay. And up to position 2. And K again. Okay. Yeah. Like I'm not like new. I would never ever go and say to someone like, please give me money. I need money because I'm going hungry or I'm cold. I've been hungry. I'm hungry right now because I haven't eaten for days as it goes. Because we are really tight on money at the moment, and that's just life to me. That's not your problem. It's not anyone's problem. I don't go in my chat group and say, oh, by the way, guys, I haven't eaten a dinner for 3 days because I've been feeding my kids and their partners and friends and stuff. You know, I will feed, like Grace's boyfriend will come for dinner, and I will feed him and not have a dinner myself because I haven't bought enough food to feed like 5 or 6 people. I've bought enough to feed 4. That's the way it is. It's how tight money is because I've got 20 cats to look after. But we don't mind being like that. We've never had anything. My kids didn't get anything for Christmas last year or their birthdays last year, you know, because that's how bad money was. And they accepted it. They were perfectly happy. All they said was that they were grateful that they had me alive for Christmas, you know. And I don't expect anything from anyone. I really don't. I'd rather live in the gutter and not have anything than beg people for money. Sorry, Flicker. I just swallowed on the mic. I feel really guilty when I do that, man. Flicker's got my say too. There's quite a few people I've met online now that have got my show, Grace. Yeah. Yeah, Bells has got it as well, which is really interesting. She was saying that I need to get you seeing a neurologist rather than an audiologist or just mental health, you know. Oh, Shaz, you don't have to do that, darling. You've already donated, bless your heart. Brit, hello, darling. Oh, it's lovely to see you, babe. No, thank you, Shaz. Bless you. No, I wouldn't say. I'm not saying it to encourage people to donate to me, but you know what I mean. it is just my life. That's my life. I'm used to it. It's my truth. You hear that? That was Grace. It's your truth.
It's not to like gain sympathy.
No, exactly. I'm not interested in sympathy. I don't need that. I'm quite happy with my life. Like me and the kids are really like we're like that, you know, and we're grateful to be together. Oh. She's doing flossing. You're hungry. I will come out and cook for you in a minute, in a little while. Right, so that's going to be flap, bottom flap. So on the bottom flap, let's fold all the creases first, yeah? Oh, bless you, Shaz. Right, it's just life, isn't it? It is what it is. I'd rather go hungry than have my cats go hungry or my kids go hungry. It's so hot. But I found it really upsetting to have that, like, especially after what Lama had said as well. Oh, I bet you're only friends with Claire because of the money. When I'd been friends with Claire, I didn't even have a fucking clue she had money. I chose to look after her. Hello, and Andrew. No. The cats keep me alive, mate. They give me reason to get up every day and keep going. I'd rather go hungry. I'd rather go hungry and keep my cats. Thank you, girls. What was I going to say? I was about to say something then, and that twat put me off. You know, that's just another like llama alt account or something. Muggy gun. Yeah, I'd rather have my cats. Plus, at the moment, I've got a lot more cats than what I will have in the long run. Fold the creases out of the flat. If only you could do that in real life. I'll just de-age my flap slightly. Brit. I'm always saying cunt, I must admit, it's my favourite term. It fits so many people so well, doesn't it? Besides, my cats are what's famous. That's what's the only reason I've got 13k is for my cats, not for me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they deserve every penny of what I get. Shandy said, Mama hypochondriac and the hypocrites talk a load of bull, Llama. Stay strong, fella. Go fuck yourself, bitch, because you are the one that's caused all of this trouble. You've hurt Claire. You've hurt everyone because of your drunken stupidity. Nasty, spiteful little bitch. Fuck off. You muddy cunt. Not you, Brit. Love you, Brit. I love the word cunt. It fits. Right. Flap hungry soon. If only, in it. I reckon you can probably get that done nowadays as well. It won't be that hard, would it? I need to cut away the little bits. Where's my mouse gone? Those bits. Okay. So that goes like that there. Unfortunately, unlike your friend, I don't fucking go on crying about all my health problems and how everyone's picking on me believe me, I don't give a fuck. I tell my story, you can take it or leave it. Melissa, who was in earlier, is one of my friends who has RA lung disease as well. We found each other through me telling my story, and just that one friendship alone has been like worth it all of the abuse that I get for talking about my health journey. Every bit of it's worth it because I've met some wonderful people and we've been support to each other, like I was being to Claire and her many health problems. And now you can all jog them. Actually, like, what a spiteful cunt Shandy is. After I've been nice about the poor cunt and her fucking alcoholic problems, go and stay with Llama, because that's going to be your only friend soon. Except for Llama don't even like you, mate. Llama can't stand people like you. You drive him in mental, but he'll keep you on side because he can get all that info out of you. When you're nice and drunk and your mouth's going blah, 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 blah. That's when you get into trouble, and that's why everybody hates you. Like that. Oh, sorry guys, didn't mean to hit you. Sweet talker. Like Jesus, that one's resurrected a few times. See, yeah, unlike some, I actually have full-on diagnoses that are in the blood that show that I've given evidence for. You've even seen videos of me while I'm in hospital. Tanya sprays my flaps with starch spray and performs intricate origami designs on them. She's so good she folded a whole chest set out of my flaps and then giggled and said I was a pawn in her game. Yeah, fucking hilarious, Dorothy. I don't know what happened there. You were doing something with your flaps and it all went black. Yeah, my computer crashed, typically. Let's have a dance, guys. Let's have a dance. So when are you getting back on for a call out, PJ? I should have come on fucking StreamYards on that when you let you all on. You could have all said what you wanted. Don't start with the bad vibe. Yeah. Love you, Tan. Tan's messages of quality. Yeah, cheeky cunt. What a horrible, spiteful bitch. And only problem is it comes from drunkenness, not because she's actually got a brain that she can do me over with. Leave the kittens alone, please. Scruffy cunt needs a bath, yeah. And his wife's disabled as well. Well, that's nice, isn't it? Nothing like respect for your fellow disabled people out there. It's on the Dutch courage issue. So am I, mate. She has exactly, do you know what I mean? What an embarrassment she is, do you know what I mean? Even Claire was saying that herself, she's an embarrassment to her. And she fucking is. Yeah, PJ, right. Don't you mean rejected? Is it her housemate or her affair that beats her? Or has she got another man as well that beats her? let's face it, right, with the bad attitude she's got on the drunken behaviours, anyone would beat her, wouldn't it? And not in the good way. Like, don't beat it out, just beat it off. Get rid. Sorry. Unlike some, I'm not sitting there going, I'm dying again, I'm dying a bit more. You're stoned enough now, are you, Brit? Good girl. Good girl. I like that. Can't breathe properly. So she's having an affair with this guy who beats her, who lives with her, but is married to a disabled woman. God, he's a great guy, isn't he? Good catch. It's the kind of catch that you get when you're drunk, and it's like, that's all you're going to get ever. Hey, Professor Pig, how are you, Zane? Lovely to see you. We had Zane in earlier. It was lovely to see her too, and I will be with you next time. Liz is raising a glass too, is she? Or just raising a glass to Liz? I'll raise my glass to Liz. We love you, Liz. Yeah, I ain't making none of those claims, PJ. I'm quite happy where I'm at. I've got no intentions of going anywhere anytime soon. Okay, so then on this side we turn it the other way, yeah? So this goes. Go on, girls. No one begged off you except for me. And you gave it to her still anyway. And then used it against her. Brit. That's literally what New used to be like, wasn't it? Fucking going on coke, you're a cokehead, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, no, she called me a smackhead, didn't she? It was MD that called me a cokehead. And yet knew that my previous addiction was speed, not smack. Same as hers. Begging birches, yeah. You might want to spell check before you post, love, in case you make yourself look an even bigger cunt. Bless you. I'm having a drink, Liz. I've got a drink here. I thought I'd go for it today because there's been so much bollocks lately that I just feel like, fuck it, I might as well just enjoy myself because no matter what I do, some cunt's going to fucking cause trouble anyway. So I want to curve that corner. Okay then, I'll get my corner notch. Oh no. Yeah, that just shows as low as it goes. But if you're going to call me it, then you really want to look in the fucking direction of your friend, really. I'm not the one claiming to have something more times than anyone on earth has had. I can't do it. A notch goes inwards, doesn't it? Yeah, that would be Llama, I reckon, Shaz, to be honest. Pathetic little man has to get his digs in on me. Can't do it. Along with his friend, his favourite new person, that he's never going to be able to handle. It's always going to make him mad. It's like New made him mad for being so slow. Okay. Well, I think that just proved exactly who she is and how much of a troublemaker she is, really. That's exactly why I said what I said about her, and exactly proving me right. We should have fucked you off ages ago, love. And your mate. That looks like it should work, doesn't it? Where's my pencil? Where's my pencil? There it is. Yeah, it does reek of desperation. Yeah, it is the only one that's going to fancy him, fucking drunken bum. You ain't sick, love. You're just fucking disabled by your own doing. You're a wannabe. Yeah, you could see what she was up to fully. You could see what she was up to in the weeks before Claire did what she did. You could see exactly what she was up to. And Claire sat there saying, oh, yeah, she's a burden on me. She's nothing but a fucking embarrassment and she's going to ruin everything for all of us. Claire thought all that too. She fucking realised that we'd all had a bit of enough of her bullshit stories. So she thought she'd fucking side with Shandy the drunk, who she doesn't like. I did discuss it just as I first came on, Brit. We discussed Nikki and everyone else, like Llama and everything. They've all pissed me off. They've all pushed me too far. I gave Claire the opportunity to fucking come out and tell people the truth because she's obviously fucking lying. I've given Shandy the opportunity to be forgiven because she's just a drunk cunt, can't handle herself and can't control herself. And MD and that, I deserve and everyone else deserves an apology from MD and that because we told him what she was like and he abused us for it. And Nu can stick her apology up her fucking arse. I hope it helps her shit. And she's a muggy cunt. And she's not worth my time or energy. Her bullshit fucking, like, please forgive me, I'm so sorry. No, you're not sorry, love. You got caught out. You got dumped by all your mates, and now you're hoping that someone's going to feel sorry for you. No doubt some muggy cunt will feel sorry for you, but it's on their head, not mine. Hope they fucking suffer for it as well, and then they'll find out and come out about you as well. She's nothing but trouble, that one. She thinks she's okay, she can get away with anything she says and does because she's going to go, I'm going to hurt myself, I'm going to pull my hair out. No, don't be a cunt. If you really wanted people not to attack you, then you wouldn't be such a cunt, would you? In my opinion, my humble opinion. Oh no, it's glued itself shut. They're all mugs, like all of them have been muggy cunts, you know what I mean? Like, really? I didn't need to be offering the hand of kindness to Shandy. I just felt for her that her friend's been mugging her off because she obviously rated that friend much more than she does me. And I would expect that a good friend wouldn't ever let me be talked about like a piece of shit. Instead, she was there telling us all her fucking dirty stories and secrets, showing us her fucking tits out, telling us that she was a burden on her and like a stalker to her. Lou deserves everything she gets off MD. I hope he fucking destroys her. Everything Tanya puts me through, but do I ever go on about it or try to get sympathy for the way my tormentor abuses me on a daily basis? No, I bloody don't. Hold it all in and get on with it. Yeah, the gaslighting about self-harm started when I came back, didn't it? Now she's using it every time. And it's like, didn't it used to be suicide? I'm sure she used to always want to commit suicide over everyone. You deserve maintenance, Dorothy. Leave those babies. Leave us. Leave the babies, please. Come on. Leave. Be good. Leave. Exactly. Lama would never allow those sort of comments otherwise, but he's just loving every minute of it. He's got fucking someone on side who's so unpredictable and always fucking off her face that he can cause all sorts of trouble. He can get all sorts of information. The thing is, he fucking hates Claire. One of the main reasons we fell out was because he said to me, "Don't take Claire on. She's a fucking lying freak. She's this, she's that." He proper fucking ranted about me taking Claire on, which turns out he was fucking 100% right on, yes. And, you know, then her best friend is fucking there giving him all the information, making sure that he's got something to give shit about. Oh, she wants him to come after us. Oh. Except for he hates you both. He hates you both. He's just using you, Shandy. Oh, God, can't he cause some trouble for people? But he won't cause trouble for me because I don't give a fuck. Pathetic lowlife who wants to fucking sit on the internet all day, every day. He said this about me, she said that about me. You're supposed to be like some sort of a rocker or something, and you fucking sit there crying like a fucking bitch. Crying like a bitch when you get kicked out of a chat because you're a cunt. Of course he's using her for information. Anyone can see that except for her, of course, because she's fucking drunk and too stupid. Yeah, it does. That's right, James. There's always some cunt. Oh my God, the Queen and Llama drama is awesome. Yeah. They sure know how to stir up some shit, don't they? But I'm so used to him and his little fucking obsessions. The fact that he's got all that time every single day to dedicate to being obsessed with people online. And look at the months, years that he's gone after Eileen and New and everyone else. So he'll always keep going because he's obsessed, but he's got nothing else in his life. That's the depressing side of it. He's actually that desperate. He just sits there making hate on everyone because he wants to get involved. must be involved. Needs something to do with his little life because he works from home, don't you know? I think he thinks that his llama channel is actually his work, but he won't get paid for it because he's against that. You know? Exactly. No real self-harmer would ever say, I'm about to self-harm. The last thing you want is someone stopping you from doing the one thing that relieves your inner pain. Let alone that you're actually embarrassed to fuck about the fact that you do it, that you're weak enough and that you can't control it. It's not like, you know, it's not something people are proud of, which they all seem to be. Look at me, I'm going to cut my wrist now. I'm going to take a photo. I'm going to take a photo as I'm doing it, and I'll cry. Not really the way it works, is it? It's just not like that. We take a photo to show the people on the internet because they matter. They must know how my heart breaks because I've got no friends. It's so easy to cry without a camera on as well, isn't it? And you're just crying down the camera, like into the voice bit. It's like, no camera on your face, so we can't even see a tear. Then there's the ones that do go on camera and still manage to look like complete cunts. I'm dying, but I spent 3 hours putting on makeup today just so I can get online and show everyone my tits. But I'm dying! And I'm drunk. I'm not, by the way, I'm not drunk. Andy's drunk. I'm not. So. Yeah, can't breathe. I've got COVID for the 4th time. I've been in bed all day. I've got 88% oxygen, for God's sake. I'm dying. I'm a dying woman. But I'm online all day long, laughing, talking and smoking on a live stream. Because you look well ill, love. Can't even get online when I'm fucking that sick, you know what I mean? Literally can't even pick my phone up. I feel so unsorry for you. Yeah, I was too bad. I don't actually cry either. I don't real cry, let alone fake cry. I'm shit as hell. I can't do crying. Like literally, I'll be in the worst possible position and I will laugh. I don't know why. I don't know why I do it. I just can't help myself. It just fucking comes out. I'm literally in such an embarrassment to myself at times because I'll just sit there and laugh. Like the doctor told me, like, you know, you've got lung disease and it's not going away. You need to be aware of what's going on with yourself. And I'm like, oh, never mind. I'll just park it. Don't, you know what I mean? I'm joking about the fact that I'm dying and that. Because what else are you meant to do? I got it, guys. I did it. I'm well happy. I don't know why I'm so happy about it, but you know, let's do. That didn't quite go in the whole way. It didn't quite go in the whole way. Helical wound. And then what we do is we put like double-sided here, wherever that went, there. And then when you seal it up, you can take the backing off. I have a stroke, my face is all dropped, comes on camera, smoking face, full of makeup. Yeah, you know, and she said that she had Bell's palsy. That's disrespectful to people who have had Bell's palsy. It's not Bell's palsy. If you've had a stroke, if you've actually had a stroke, then good for it. Then you've got effects of a stroke, you know, not Bell's palsy. There's 2 different conditions. Bell's palsy is an actual medical condition. It's not like caused by anything. It's out of the blue. Like, it's just rude. It's disrespectful to people to be, oh, I've got your disease now. I've got your disease now, huh? What you can do about it? I'm so much more ill than you. Not a fucking competition. That's it, Cash, unleash it all. You know, it's not often that you'll get me ranting or saying what I really fucking think half the time because I'm polite and respectful. But yeah, these people deserve this shit, man. They're going to get it from me forever now. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that everyone knows exactly what each one of them has done, both to me and to everyone else. Even if I do have to make my channel more about that shit. Because, bollocks, I'm not letting people get away with treating me like a cunt anymore. Can jog the fuck on. They deserve it as well, you know what I mean? They all expect that I'm not going to say anything, I'm not going to do anything, because I'm just too nice for that, aren't I? But nah, you deserve everything you get from me now. Oh, really? Whoa. Which one's that? Is that the TikToker? Or the other one? The one that looks as fucking messy as ever when she's drunk. I'm happy about that. I'm well chuffed. Look, I made a box. Oh dear. Whoop, 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 whoop. It's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. It's the sound of the police. God. Might end up with a man in uniform on my door. You never know. A pint of whiskey. You had Bell's palsy as well, did you, Liz? Lasted for 6 weeks. Fuck, see, that's it. It can last varying amounts of time. But I've never ever heard anyone ever say, I've got Bell's palsy this morning, and by evening I'm live streaming with my face on camera, nothing fucking wrong. Not quite that quick removing. Terry! Hello, my beautiful. How are you, my darling? If you do tell him Louise said hi. If we do, who? Oh, the man in uniform. I'm just reading the chat quickly. Excuse me, belching. I'm not bothered about being called a hypochondriac as such, apart from it's from her, because she's got no fucking right to say anything while she's sitting there backing up the rest of it. But it don't really, it doesn't offend me as such. I don't care. Like, you're just a gobby cunt. You know what I mean? You're just saying whatever you think might hurt me. Ooh, ah. Same as Llama, who has got the inside information to know what does hurt me, and that's the cat. So Llama goes for my cats, along with a few trolls that have come in and out. Really hot. I wish the fan was over here. You okay, are you, darling? How's it going? You're adding glitter as well. To what? Make sure you put plenty of nail varnish on first. I've got to read this. You had it for 6 months and told shit, man. 6 months is a long time for it to fuck up, innit? Get my breathings out. I'm getting control. I'm going to upload it whilst having a cigarette. Yeah, don't forget the nail varnish. The nail varnish, which I remove every single time I've ever got to take my stats, because I know damn well what it does. But then she told fucking Shelley, of all people, yeah, no, the nurse says nail varnish is fine. Love it, Dot. Hey. Yeah, I thought she might be off her face. Just having a mental breakdown. I'll record it though. Yeah, exactly. Like the one time when I filmed myself in hospital, guys, yeah, it was like the second week I'd been in. I was off like the machines and everything. So I was still having real bad breathing problems. That's why they kept me in. But I was, able to sit up and be normal by the time I actually started talking online. And I'd done a video online because I wanted people to see like this is what it's like. But I've never done it like if I'm carking it at the time, which usually when I go into hospital, I won't I won't go for hospital until I'm fucking I'm gonna die if I don't. So if I go to hospital, it's pretty fucking serious. And but I was still like I'm too ill, literally too ill to do anything like what these people do. I can't even hold my phone up. Literally can't do anything. I just lay on the sofa and like wish that I could get better. All them channel shears nesting his notion, they will soon find out what a liar and fake she is. They all do in the end. Casco, for his ego, it seems to be the only thing on his person. There's been so much drama. Terry saying, oh, bollocks as usual, and it's just annoying now. And Claire and her fucking donations that were so helpful and so kind of her. And now she's fucking coming on calling me beggar and stuff because fucking spoke up about her fucking sharing our messages out. God forbid any of us like expect the same sort of treatment as we give to others, eh? And yeah, Lama is a hypocrite. I've seen Lama going at everyone trying to get information out of them. Give me this one's address, give me that one's address. If you don't give me this one's address, I'm going to phone the police and send them to your house because I know your address. And they can get the information out of you. Well, like, you can't tell people that it's wrong to fucking dox and then try and dox someone else. No worries, Dane. I understand, darling. I know it's hard when you've got like a channel going on. You're trying to keep up with everything, innit? She'll SS their group chat. Yeah, exactly. She must SS everything from the start without. Do you know what I mean? Excuse me. If I get tired, the weakness in my face shows as the left side of my face makeup. See, Harvey got bit by a tick when he was younger and he had really bad lines from it. Like, it lasted for years, like several years, like basically right up until he was like year 8, where he started to become more like his old self again, like mentally. And he had like a Bell's palsy effect. I wouldn't call it Bell's palsy because that's disrespectful to those diagnosed with the actual case. But he had Bell's palsy effect. It droops down one side of his face, and his eye would drop down on one side there. The more tired he was, the more it would happen. It would get really bad, like very, very obvious. And that's gone now. But like you do notice it every now and then if he's really tired. Like yeah, he gets a twitch as well. I don't know if that's like just part and parcel. I don't know if it's considered Bell's palsy or if it's just a side effect of Lyme's because Lyme's can do pretty much everything. Shaz, they're going to let her steal her own fate, but they are onto her. Yes, they are onto her. Without a doubt, everyone's onto her. Holy crap, drama never ends. It don't. Like, we actually had a couple of weeks of peace from New Terry. New went, I'm not doing the drama anymore. Well, as it turns out, it's because her friends didn't like her anymore and didn't want to hang around with her anymore, weren't going to support her behaviour anymore. So she had to. But I wasn't going to antagonise that. I wanted to let her do, I'm doing peace and all this. I didn't want to antagonise or to be the first to argue back. And Shandy, the alcoholic, decided to fucking make videos with the Reface app, making fucking new Gollum. I understand that she's got issues with new whatever, but don't do it with my name attached to your fucking channel. Excuse me for belching, by the way. I'm going to go and get another whiskey. She can't play the game she is without people paying very close attention. The lies are her own downfall. She wants attention, but she's getting herself too much. This is what happened, Shaz. In it, like, I believed her. I wanted to believe everything that she was saying, right? But the more that if I didn't give certain behaviours attention, if I wasn't turning up on her live streams, which I did genuinely find quite embarrassing at times, then she was sort of striving for attention more, coming out with these stories more that were getting more and more extreme, like the whole idea of having COVID 4 times. I'm sorry, but fucking hell, you would be on the news, love. You know, yeah, twice, I'll believe it, right? I'll believe that, whatever. Twice even after fucking vaccination. I'll believe that because I know that I'm capable of getting it like that. So you had me pretty much under thumb. I was willing to believe you and play along with you. You just couldn't help it, could you? You had to keep going and adding a bit more and a bit more and a bit more and a bit more. And school wanted your son to come in with COVID. The hospital wanted you to go in with COVID. What? Like, get a grip. For fuck's sake, woman, you useless piece of shit. And that's coming because you fucking started this. I wouldn't even ever have even gone there, but you deserve every fucking bit of it now. I'm gonna go and get a drink. See you in a minute. Big exposed coming, she'll have nowhere to hide and nest. No, it is a nice large one. Yeah, let's see the proof that you were attacked, or you were bullied, or you were forced to choose friends, because it doesn't exist. You created and caused all this. You attacked and bullied us. Exactly. I never lie for attention. You all know that. Yeah, I did try and overlook it all. Like, I tried to overlook it all as well. A school forcing the child in school actively coughing with COVID, or the parent would be fined because it was transition week. No transition has happened anywhere due to lockdown procedures. Exactly. Okay, I went to make tea and I came back. What I missed. Flicker, we all did. We all ignored the lies and took her for her. We've had some bitching from Shandy calling me a hypochondriac, Brit. Flicker, we all did. We all ignored the lies and took her for her. She's the one attacking and bullying. We never forced her to choose or any of those things, for fuck's sake. Terry, it's hard work lying and keeping up with those lies. Too much work. Exactly, Terry. That's why I don't lie, because it's fucking. I have the worst memory ever. Like, I literally would like tell you what something bollocks and then forget it the next minute. That's just how I am. Remember, she went into hospital with COVID to be told she has brain damage, but she's cured now and off to work next week. Oh yeah, and she got RA as well for muscle damage. And what happened to the iliac thingy blockage? It was exhausting towards that end last week, and she knew that's why she done what she done. She knew that we were all getting a bit sick of it. Like that last week, it got to the point where you just can't believe anything anymore. Like, you're obviously lying now. Agreed, Doc. Working in palliative care. That, you cannot work in palliative care if you're dying. Like, don't you think that might be a bit mentally damaging to you and the patients? Yeah, she never mentioned rheumatoid, but I've seen 3 of us in Cass's group have it. Yet, you know, the rest, she ends up being diagnosed with it. And she had not one single rheumatoid. The only thing that she mentioned that can be related to rheumatoid, but every other autoimmune disease with it and any other chronic disease with it, was fatigue. And we all have fatigue from our diseases. But she was saying that her pain was in her muscles and that it was nerve damage from the stroke and all this. And then all of a sudden she got RA. And she's being treated with methotrexate at a dose that would be fucking kill cancer in a fucking donkey. Bearing in mind that it is a cancer treatment originally. Sling Ballade, this is to you, and I'm sure you're probably going to watch at some point, unless she tells you not to because she doesn't want you to know the truth. This one's from Shaz. I want to know what she told you about me for you to be so rude to me in chat when I said hi. What the fuck was all that about? What was that all about? I've not bullied or attacked her at all. I thought things were fine with her until she started sharing private messages for her mate to make videos with. You get her to prove she was attacked and bullied because it didn't happen. It's the other way around. Plus, you also said that you don't like it when people share private interactions. Does that not apply to Claire? Pointing at your eyes, then chat, saying to her, "You're watching me." When I said hi in chat, all I was to get was kind. Ask her for proof. I guarantee there is none. She's lying to you and everyone else. Yes, she is. Makes you wonder, doesn't it, as well, how much was true before. Here, Baz. Agreed, Terry. I can't remember what I had for dinner yesterday. Fatigue has become my life, yeah. I hope Tanya stops eating soon. She keeps catching her incisor in my mind. Oh, extra timber. She's carrying that because her limbs to hurt, causing her limbs to hurt. Yeah. Works as a sex therapist, palliative care worker, works in a private school teaching beauty, yet Leah's her carer because she can't do anything. Yeah, one week she was in a wheelchair, the next week she was working. RA patients only take me for Trexate once a week, exactly. And that goes for all of us. Every last one of us. She obviously thought that 3 times a day, 5 milligrams 3 times a day was an ideal dose. Sounds about right, doesn't it? That's what most meds have come at. I found a lot of the forms that you've been showing us all as proof as well. Quite easy to find them online, isn't it? Excuse me. Hiccups and burps. It's Coke, not the whiskey. It was the soup garnished with parsley. No period soup for us anymore. Exactly. She shared out Shandy's nudes and private messages and details about her private life, but I didn't even want to know. I've got no interest in who she's fucking or what she's up to or looking at her tits. It's like not exactly nice, is it? I mean, even Claire said she was disgusted by it and felt it was a fucking obsessive fucking behaviour. I think anyone with a brain would agree with that as well, funny enough. Right, I'm going to layer some stamps onto a card. You're 38, born in 1983. 4 by 6. Right. That's 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Oh, I need to get some Nina card there. Right, this is in our crest, solar crest white or something. Minar card. That's the best for stamping on. It's 4.1 by 5.8. So I'll do 6. 4.1. Yeah, that's right. People do have to find out for themselves. Is it a sympathy card you're making? I probably should. Resistance is futile. I don't know where my lid's gone. Yeah. I'll go to 6. All sorts have kicked off today. I'll tell you about it soon, but New did a video last night apologising to us all because MD and that have kicked her out because she was begging off them. I'm like, literally been pissing myself for the last one. But now, Shandy's just called me a hypochondriac on men and that.
Right up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Lana, of course, is going for it. Yeah. Yeah. Right, so I want this to be my brain's like, let's see what I've got up here. Alrighty then. Where's that? It's got a little mark on it. Right, this one's got a little mark on it, so I'm going to get rid of it. But, 10 by 7. You can imagine what my kids think about it all, can't you? 5 by 7. So I want 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. Right, girls. Talking to the cats, by the way. Ah, sorry. Hypochondriac that I am. That's filthy. So the top score, or I know score master, of these centimetres, I'm going inches side. So I want 5 inch. 5 inches. He loves really showers. He's laying over there with Sunny at the moment. They're like all asleep during the day, so I'm now going mental at night. So I've been pretty tired this last bit of time. It's been a bit crazy. Like Buddy and Spooky are sort of finding their own as adult cats now. Why is it always sort of slightly off? It really annoys me, that does, because you pay out for a really good cutter and then they fucking still not quite level. It's really annoying. Like, I need to get a proper guillotine cutter, like a bigger size guillotine cutter. I want to get the Tonic Studios one because I've been told by other crafters that it's the best one for being accurate. Really annoying, like, you know, you go to all this effort, you might as well just fucking mark it out and cut it with scissors if it's not going to be a perfect line in it. PJ. No, the narcolepsy came about, you know why? Because, you know, like Claire shared our private messages to Shandy because I was pissed off with Shandy for stirring up trouble. And Claire then shared our messages to her, and Shandy made a video about it, basically creating drama and trouble, which was exactly what I was worried about, what Shandy was up to with her drunken self. And I didn't even say anything mean to Claire, and she put it out there like we were bullying her, and it's just absolute bullshit. It never happened at all. She did not get bullied. Nothing negative was said to her. We were concerned about what Shandy was up to because it had a negative effect on my channel because she was using the Misfit name to do it, to start shit with New when New was being silent, and we knew that it would all come back down on us after just like finally getting rid of them all. So yes, I was pissed off with Shandy, but I think I had every fucking right to be. And then Claire basically said that we made her choose between her and Shandy, but in actual fact she was in the messages, which she obviously hasn't shown Shandy, slagging her off rotten, saying what a troublesome friend she was being, that she never stops going on drunk, and that she was causing all sorts of drama, that Lee thought she was going to lose all her friends, which she now has. And yeah, basically Claire and Shandy caused the whole situation, and then fucking trying to act like they're innocent victims in it all. And they're just not. It's not true, it's not real. Bullshit. Claire turned the donations that she gave me into me being a beggar, was it, that she called me? Funny that. Shandy's called me a hypochondriac, but Claire's not, of course not. Oh, what else? Anyone else can help me explain all the bollocks that has gone on between those? Shandy's been up Lama's arse trying to stir up shit because she knows that he's being a cunt to me. And she loves every minute of it, doesn't she? And she already does anyway. I mean, we already know this anyway. Everyone said what a fucking weirdo she is, being fucking a stalker and everything. So I should have listened, shouldn't I? Stayed well away. Yeah, and she was telling my son that on his channel that everyone pressured her to go live, and that was why she was going live. But she really felt poorly. Not at all. No one really wanted her to go live. They just joined her lives because, well, I'd asked you all to support her. And now she wants to turn it like this. But she liked playing up to everybody in those lives, didn't she? You seem to enjoy the attention. Sorry, these trimmers are so shit that they've left rough edges. I would rather go hungry than take money off of somebody like that's going to throw it back in my face like that. I did actually say to Claire when she was donating the big amounts that she donates to all channels that she wants to support her, and that's why she's got support. Let's face it, because who wants to call out someone that's donating hundreds of pounds a day to them? Unfortunately, that leaves a lot of people with a lack of integrity, like severely. I'm disappointed in what I'm seeing with it. Some people will completely ignore everything they claim to be a moral that they live by if it means that they're going to lose that ever wanted donation money. I'd rather lose the donation money and have my fucking self-respect and have my friends respect me for not taking fucking donations as a bribe to ignore lies. If you want to play health games, you've really got to be careful, because when people have real health problems, they know a lot about their health problems. You want to start mimicking our health problems, you're going to come across trouble, like with the methotrexate prescription, prescribed in a completely wrong dose. In fact, the dose that she was prescribed was stronger than the dose that is given as methotrexate to treat cancer. Methotrexate is used to treat rheumatoid arthritis. It depletes the immune system enough to stop your joints all swelling. And if you're lucky to stop like things like your lungs, liver, kidneys, heart, eyes, blood, all of those things are meant to be not swollen because of methotrexate. And I take 10 milligrams a week. If I take any more than 10 milligrams a week, I end up in hospital. I'm not even meant to take methotrexate because I've got lung disease, which she also claims to have. You would never be given methotrexate with lung disease pre-existing. Even if they did, they just wouldn't. They would have given you a different med. They would have given you hydroxychloroquine or sulfasalazine or Xeljanz or Embrel. They would have given you one that weren't going to hurt your lungs because your lungs are already supposedly fucked. And you're smoking, which I was in hospital like that. Within like such a short period of time, I went from like quite normal with my lungs to fucking nigh on dead because I was taking methotrexate and I got an infection. And they gave you methotrexate while you've got fucking COVID. Are you joking me? You can't even take antibiotics and methotrexate at the same time. It's against the rules. You have to have tests and agreement from a hospital fucking like team who decide who's allowed this drug before you're even allowed to be prescribed it. But yet you managed to get a prescription for 5 milligrams 3 times a day. in one visit to the rheumatologist. I don't know, it took me about, 3 months at the rheumatologist and on hydroxychloroquine before I was allowed to even start methotrexate, and that was before they knew that I had lung disease. It says it all about you, really, doesn't it? Just not genuine enough. Hey, Ash. Love you. I am so fucking, I'm literally ranting, Ash. You, find it very funny to see me going. I am pissed off. Literally pissed off. Claire also reckons we're beggars as well now. We're beggars. I clearly made a point. Do not give me the money. If you're going to fucking say anything about it, don't. I'm going to make you a moderator, Ash. For those who don't know, please jump on Ash's page. I'll go and get it, actually, Ash. I'll get your link for you. Ash is my son. Sorry if that's out in you, Ash. Ash is my son, my carer, and been my tower of strength through every bit of fucking shit I've had in life. And he knows more about this fucking disease than these people do, obviously. Ash Hamilton. Ash has just started up his own channel because he was running Pocahontas channel, worked very hard on it. Now he's not got that anymore, so this is a new one. Please jump on, give him a sub. He does deserve it. He works his arse off. He works his arse off for me. I'm gonna cry. He looks after my children as if he's their father because they haven't got anyone else. And when I'm in hospital, he's completely in control of everything. And so I love you, Ash. Baz is Ash's on board troll. He just enjoys it, don't he? He takes so much pleasure in winding Ash up every single day. But yeah, Ash is my legend. I couldn't have got through it all without Ash. And it's him that helped me get my channel flying away by encouraging me to do the shorts and that. I had no idea where he was. Like, Mum, this is a new thing, get on there, do some shorts. And we did it. And one day I got 3k subs and 250k in views in one day. Loved it. Brilliant. Right, I'm going to stick this one down straight away because, sorry, my throat's going now because I was like a little bit teary. I don't want to be teary, but obviously when people have a go at me, Ash is my guy. We're so close. Do you know what I mean? I would kill for him without a shadow of a doubt, and I know he would for me. And well, I would for all my kids, obviously. I love them all equally, but yeah, Pocahontas doesn't exist anymore. Well, not like Deck's not on, but Ash is not on Pocahontas anymore. Sorry. That's the way it is now. But he started up this new one to get going. Unfortunately, the Pocahontas channel isn't even being active at the moment, which is a real shame. I do hope to see it get active again one day, but Ash is doing his own thing now. Is that you, Harv? Will you wash up that frying pan, babe, so as we can get some dinner on in a minute? Thank you, babe. That's my youngest son. We love him too. Little legend that he is. He's about to start an apprenticeship, hopefully. Oops, as he's just completed his chef. I can't remember what the actual qualification is, but it's like being a chef. And he's just completed that. I'm very proud of him for passing. So he's my little kitchen buddy. Helps me with everything in the kitchen, bless him. I think he gets fed up with it sometimes, bless, but he never stops helping. Oh, impacted wisdom tooth. Thank you, Shaz. He is a credit to me. They all are. Look, when you live Ash the douchebag, Baz loves him. He really does love him. He just likes to rip into him constantly. Luckily, Ash is quite tough and can handle it. Oh my god, so hot. Oh, Terry, you can go live too. Even when a woman old enough to be his mother is chucking that in the chat. She's not quite old enough to be his mother, but
You've got to start calling me Ash.
I did try.
I got that one of the most unique names in the world.
I know, but I didn't give the whole, like,
yeah, I know.
I mean?
Yeah, my guy is doxing me.
I know, I'm sorry. They all know your name anyway. Mm-hmm. Can you hear him in the background? He's literally like, the only comes up there doxing me is my own mum. Thanks, Liz. Very much appreciate it. You guys have always been a great support to me. I appreciate it immensely. God bless you, Terry. I love you to pieces. You've been a legend. The thing is, up until like this last 2 days or so, Ash is being very like, I don't really want to fall out with Claire. I don't like, it's not my business. Blah blah. He's a typical lad. He don't want to get involved in women's drama and that. And then to hear her going on like, oh, you're a beggar now. Am I? Because he knows me better than that. He's watched me go through fucking hell and back and have to fucking save the pennies to be able to feed the kids, That's just the way it is in life. But fucking, he's actually really disappointed to see someone that I tried to be there for having digs at me, especially digs at me, like letting her friend dig at me to be a hypochondriac of all people. Okay, inside we will. This one's for my people. I'd never ask anyone, and she goes, that's the embarrassing thing about it. It's like, how could you even go there when you know damn well I don't agree with that? It's not exactly free. Do you mind? It's not exactly fair on me, is it? When I've been fair to her, even after she'd done that, I've held back really compared to what she deserves from me. And yeah. I even kept everyone else sort of holding back a little bit at first because I wanted to hopefully try and sort it out with her and get to the bottom of it because I don't like to be enemies with anyone. But now I'm like, well, you just push the last button for me, mate. You can rot a as I'm concerned now. Ta-da. You make me smile. Put that down. Okay, ready. Oh. I'm not even going to use her machines specifically because why would I right now? If she's going to play that game, I won't bother. I can show that I can do just as well without those things. If I'd have known that she was going to be a cunt about it, I'd have just sent the donations back. But of course, I'm skint as fuck as a single mum. I can't afford to do that now that I've bought the machines. So, tough shit. Shouldn't throw your money at everyone to try and get support, because you had my support without the money. You had my full support without a single penny being donated. It just goes to show how grateful you were for that. Yeah, I know. I wouldn't want you guys to have to pay it back because that's just awful. I'd feel guilty and then guilty again. But she knows that it makes me feel guilty. She did that on purpose. That was her choice. She chose to donate on purpose to be able to control that situation. It's sad, really, isn't it? Like to have to spend thousands of pounds giving to people to try and get their support or keep their support. Like, I know what she done. She expected that if she was paying me, like with paying other people that I've seen, that I'm never going to say anything to her about her lies. But the fact is, I've got higher decency than that, a higher level of decency than that, and I am sorry, but I felt like a muddy cunt sitting there like a nodding dog while you talk your bullshit. Okay, right, we want the flat side down. Exactly. She made the choice to do that, what she done, so. Right, this is the base one. Ooh. Exactly, it's manipulation, and to do that to people, I mean, that might work very well on other people like me, who put money value beyond friendship value, but I don't. I'd have been your friend without a penny donated, and the fact that you donate doesn't mean that it's okay to be a liar. The malicious intent as well recently is just like, what colours should we do? Purples or blues or pinks? I think I'll go pinks actually. Yeah, pinks. And saying now you're a beggar throws into question why she ever donated to you in the first place. What was her motive for donating? She needs to answer that, yeah. But I'd rather not have it than have someone donate and try and do that on me. Exactly, shows, you know, the whole bit of, oh, they made me go live. No, you were coming in my live streams and advertising the fact that you were going live as soon as possible. saying, go and have a look at Shandy. Sorry, I'm walking away. I have Memento Dye Ink Rosebud 400, Memento Dye Ink 404 Angel Pink, and again Memento 302 Love Letter. Did she really pay thousands to give Brett his PC set up, all his equipment, and the ability that Andy carved for him? Oh yeah, the thing that Andy carved for him, was that all the truth? Yeah, I mean, she made out as if Brett was such a cunt for, sorry, saying that again, for taking all her donations and, oh, I done all this for him and now he's not standing by me. You don't donate because that's your intention. Night night, Kirsty, darling. That's just not how it works. It's not right to be like that, you know. Either you donate because you care about someone and want to help them, or you fucking don't. Hiya, Nelly. Thank you, darling. It's been so busy the last couple of like the last 2 weeks. It's just been non-stop. I've had like problems with my daughter, and I've had problems with the cat. And it's been just constant. It does really make you wonder about all the things in the past. Like, was Lou literally begging her and saying that she was, like, we know that Lou begs. Yes, we're not going to pretend that she doesn't, but did he really? I'd love to ask Brett, did you really say to Claire that you wouldn't be her friend because she was being my friend? And if so, why? What did I ever do fucking wrong to you? Apparently you told her that I love the drama. Now, you know me well enough, Brett, that I don't. I never have. Never played that game. But yet she tells me that you fucked her off because she's talking to me. I love the drama. And you're such a cunt for doing so because she gave you thousands and thousands of pounds and your whole computer setup was paid for by her. Maybe it was because she expected you to stay friends with her, but it obviously didn't work with Andy and that, did it? Because they weren't friends with her still. Let's hope this colours up. Excuse me. And I'm still read. Yeah, she's okay. She's been having a bit of a broken heart situation. They're in a break at the moment. And it's been really hard for her, bless her. And she's not the most confident girl anyway, do you know what I mean? She's got plenty of issues. And being deserted is probably a big part of those issues, with her dad walking out on her. Makes her very insecure, bless her little heart. She's 16, and she deserves so much better, like than being treated like that by her father or anyone else. Ta-da! Cute, isn't it? But yeah, when my daughter's in that sort of tizzy and got stuff going on, I try and be as supportive as possible. And she can, her misophonia gets much worse in those circumstances, obviously. So I try and I do what's right, and I'll be there for my kid instead of coming online. And then we lost a litter of kittens, four kittens in one day. I'd like to ask Dorius a question as well. I might actually message him in a bit. She sure made that one difficult enough. I felt like I couldn't even go in there anymore. And I enjoyed his content. Like, I really enjoyed his content. It's exactly my sort of thing. Yeah, she'll be good. She funny enough, said that to me yesterday. It was really sweet. She said that all of her friends and everyone that she's ever known has always come away from meeting me saying that I'm the strongest woman they've ever met, which is really, really a sweet thing for young people to say about me. I don't try and be some sort of, I don't know, idol, but it's very kind that the kids care like that, you know. Right, this is trying to work out where everything goes. So, that helps. See, this would be easier if I'd done it with the thingy. Yeah, he's fine. It's just Claire was stirring some shit about him in our private group, which made it very uncomfortable for a lot of people. And it was unnecessary, and I don't think any of it's really true. I think someone just has a liking for causing trouble and being spiteful and trying to get all the attention as if she's really hard done by. It's like screams new all over again, really, doesn't it? Now that she's showing her true colours. It's just exactly the same as me. No wonder they were best friends. They were meant for each other. Yeah, alright, Geek, hang on. Ta-da. Never mind. I can't even see through this thing properly now. Hear my daughter kicking off. That's what happens with my say. She can hear voices around the house. So she kicks off. Sucks. Because I don't never intend to upset her. like from what I can gather, she just chats shit about people that aren't like if someone starts to see through what the game she's playing, then she basically makes them out to be a bad person, which is what she's done to us recently. And for a minute there, I was thinking, hang on a minute, like is this true? Am I supposed to believe this about this guy that I actually quite like? And I don't really believe any of it now. I think she's just nasty. She's spiteful. She's jealous. She didn't like anyone else talking to him because she thought she was getting all the attention herself. Hey there, buddy. How are you, my dear? Can you get off the side for me, babe? You're not helping Naz. Babe, that's my inky picture, and you're going to ruin it. You can sit on my chair. There. Go on then. Oh, it's nice and cool outside, but it's really hot inside still. But yeah, I've got a lot of time for Dave, to be honest. He welcomes me. He talks about stuff that I'm interested in. I have no reason to discredit the guy, and I recommend him to anyone. I won't say it publicly, Shrink, because I do not want any more damage done to anyone's reputation. But she's just a shit stirrer. It's not something I would even concern yourself with now, because she's clearly a shit stirrer. I mean, some of the things that she's said and done have just gone to show that. So I now don't trust anything she's told me. You know what it's like when someone, you know, the boy who cried wolf, that story, that's vital in this whole thing. If you're going to keep crying wolf, people are going to work you out. In it. This is people, motherfucking people. Yeah, it is terrible. It wasn't necessary, Shrimp, and honestly, like if I thought that there was something to be worried about with Dave, I would say so publicly, but I don't. So, I like Dave. I think he's alright. I think he's knowledgeable. I think he's interesting. I think he takes time and energy to go into his, like, before he does a live, he really pays attention to the details, you know. I respect that person. I've ordered some water reactive inks from Crafter's Companion, which will be fun to play with if they ever show up. A couple of days late already, you know. Kirsty did say though that the post office is really struggling due to people being like isolating. They're just going to do away with the isolation soon, aren't they? And then it'll be people like me who just end up carking it. It feels like they've said, like, we can't be bothered to save the weak anymore. Let's just fucking get them killed quickly. I know that sounds awful to anyone that's actually going through it as well, but it's my way of dealing with it. It's my joke. Yeah, he is friendly. Exactly, Nelly. He does try and stay out of it all. That's why I've always appreciated it and spent time there, you know. But in the end, she kept going on and on that I felt I couldn't go there because she was getting. It felt like she was jealous of the fact that he was nice to me. That's how it felt. So, did that go right? Doesn't quite look right. I might do it again. I'm going to do it with the other thing. I'll see how it comes up in comparison, yeah? We'll do it with the positioner. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to start advertising Dave out again, get people back on his lives, because his style of like live streaming, talk about the paranormal and that's the sort of thing that I enjoy. So I'm not going to keep letting people like force my hand sort of thing. I bet Sing Babe has sent pics to her. Have you seen his face when he's talking to her, mate? I feel awful for his wife. I bet you anything she's got dick pics of him and she'll be threatening him with them. That's what she's always saying. I've got all the dick pics in the world. She even said that on Ash's stream with a bunch of kids in there. That she gets thousands of dick pics every day. Which I don't believe for 1 minute, because let's face it, men in the room, would you? Would you really want it there? Like, we reckon that that sling blade that she's hanging out on, she's got him sexually under her little thumb. Probably got him sending dick pics to her. And that's what she says, is that she's got dick pics of everyone and that she'll use them against everyone. Which, to me, even if you have, that's you that's disgusting, not them. Don't fucking let them give you those pics or send them back or fucking tell them to stop if you don't like it. But don't fucking take them and act like you love them and want them and then start making them out to be some sort of pervert for it. Because it's not true, is it? That'll do. Right. Yeah, I've been so quiet, Shrimp, because my daughter went through a really rough patch for a couple of weeks. So I had to be there for her and support her. And then the cats. Unfortunately, one of the cats gave birth to 4 dead stillborn babies, and it really hurt. It was really hard. And, you know, you can imagine that I don't cope very well with my baby's suffering. I struggle with it. It's the one thing I do struggle with is if my cats are brought into stuff, you know. And yeah, my cats have been suffering, and Lama was going on about my cat, and I wanted to throttle him for it. So I just didn't come on because, like, my main concern was them. I've had to work my arse off running around after them all, trying to make sure they're all right. And yeah, I just took the time off. And like with Claire going on as well, I just thought I was so hurt at first. Now I just think, well, fuck you, go fuck yourself. You worthless piece of shit. You want to cause trouble, and you have. And I think you're doing it to a lot of people. And but I was really hurt at first, so I stayed off. I hoped that she would come and talk to me and sort it out, and she didn't. She just went and shared our messages, stirred up loads of drama, got her friend Drunk Shandy on the case, slagging us all off, joining in with Lama, giving him information and screenshots, of course, to try and cause trouble. Which I don't give a fuck if anyone knows what I've said about her in my private chat because I had every right to fucking say it. She's a drunk and she's a troublemaker. I wanted to be nice to her. I actually felt sensitive towards her problems. But I won't be mugged off because you're a fucking cunt, mate. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I hope he's been more careful than he suggested. She clearly someone who is out getting those sort of private conversations, getting those sort of private pictures purposely to try and harm people, to hold them against them. So as when someone says, I think you're lying, she can say, I'm going to out you. I'm going to show everyone. And that's why she does it. That's why she's a slut with everyone online. And I feel bad for Sling Blade because he's clearly educationally not quite 100% and easily manipulated. And I feel sorry more for his wife in the background who sits there watching while he's flirting with Claire. That's yuck. Really yuck. Yeah, I enjoy Dave's content, I really do, and it put me off going in there because of it all, because she was telling me this, that, and the other, and I don't really believe any of it, to be honest. I think she just got, like, she tried to tell Dave about the dog thing and the fucking this, that, and the other, like she's a fucking witch and she's had her babies fucking killed and the blood drank from them, from her witchy family and all that shit, and she's been a part of the SWAT team, don't forget that. She's a SWAT, more a part of the SWAT team, squatting nuns on a cucumber field. But yeah, I will return to supporting Dave now, and I will be talking to him privately. I don't get any dick pics. Yes, if she's getting dick pics, PJ is definitely getting more. Yeah, right. And PJ isn't getting dick pics. I'm not getting dick pics off of anyone. And some of those people, Dave, I've spoken to Dave plenty on his own. I've spoken to many of the blokes in the scene, and not one of them has ever suggested anything like that. I 100% believe that she just embellishes everything. Yeah, he has got a right to know. He has. I just wanted out of it before because of what she was saying. And now I'm looking back and going, no, there wasn't a single sign of anything wrongdoing there except for on her part. So I shouldn't have pulled away for that. And she was clearly very jealous of me and Dave being friends and getting on well. And she made it quite clear she wanted to sort of use it against him, which is fucked up. No matter what, don't ever get someone talking to you like that and then use it against them because it's wrong. I'm just washing the ink off my fingers with alcohol spray. Sorry, my stream's buffering, innit? Am I buffering? Hang on. Yeah. Let's see how different this comes up with it being on. I think it was quite innocent, the same way as Dave spoke to me, very friendly and chatty and friendly, like flirty, flirty friendly, not like, well, that's just normal, isn't it? That's what I'm like with everyone anyway. But I think she turned it into something like that it wasn't. But I think it was only because she saw him flirting with me, she got jealous. Anyway, back to the life. Lovely time. She made it seem like it was like they were having a relationship. I don't believe for 1 minute they were of any nature. I think she was talking to him incessantly privately, and that he was being polite back. Because let's face it, I mean, she is proper tapped in the head, and there's not really anyone that would find it that attractive. I know Lee does, but like most blokes would not find it attractive the way that she acts on that. Always, look at me. She even told me as well, get your backs out on your live streams to bring in more attention, Cass. It works for me. That's what she said to me. Because crafting and cats really work well with getting your backs out, love. Plus, I actually respect my family and my friends and myself enough not to do shit like that. She just clearly doesn't have any respect for her family. But I feel bad for Lee because he fucking cares about her a great deal. He backs her, he supports her, he enables her lies. I don't know why he does it. I don't know why he sticks around for it. She treats him like shit. She even said that it was him that didn't want her to go to hospital with low oxygen levels. He doesn't want me to go. He doesn't care. Everyone thinks Lee is so perfect, but in actual fact, he doesn't care. All he cares about is work. And he doesn't want me to go to hospital because he's got work. I've got to stay at home and look after the kids. Now, Lee has always come across to me that he puts her 100% first and does everything he can to support her and the kids. Funny that. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I'd like to point out, I do think it was innocent on his part. I just feel like she's a troublemaker. She's a stirrer, and she likes the attention on her. As soon as it goes anywhere else, she starts panicking and lying and flirting and getting her tits out, putting more makeup on and doing more live streams talking about period, blood in the garden and shit like that. It's all just fucking a complete and utter attention whore behaviour. Yeah, you wouldn't know. Even when the nurse came out, apparently the nurse gave her morphine with lung disease and COVID. The nurse gave her morphine and didn't say fuck all about her needing to be in hospital with 88% oxygen levels. I don't go to the doctors when I'm like that because I don't let any medical person see me until I'm ready to go to hospital, because I know that the minute my oxygen level hits 91 or under, I'm going to be put in hospital. So I don't let the doctors see me. I hold on until I'm ready to go to hospital, and then I say, yep, I need hospital now. But I won't see anyone medical because they wouldn't even let me leave the doctors with that sort of oxygen level. They wanted an ambulance at the doctors to come. It's only because my mum's there that they allowed me to go with her. And that's how it works. No medical person is going to, one, allow you not to go to hospital with those sort of oxygen levels. Two, no medical person ever would give you morphine with lung disease. It's a respiratory suppressant. It slows your breathing down. The very last thing someone with a low oxygen level needs. screamed bullshit to me, and I still fucking sat there and ignored it because I didn't want to upset her, didn't want to call out a dying woman. And when you bullshit and it's just a fantasy, I'll ignore it. When you bullshit and you're starting to fuck up people's lives and you're talking about things where other people are actually dying from this shit, then yeah, I enjoy your dinner, darling. Yeah, I am going to have an opinion on it because people don't deserve that, you know. There's people out there that really have had COVID, really are fucking dying from it, really are dying from lung disease, really are dying from lymphoma. How many cancers is it you're meant to have now? It's just a way, like, you can't expect people to actually fucking believe you when you're so full of shit, mate. And the way that she spoke about her neighbour, yeah, that disgusted me. I'm sorry, I've been a heavy woman. I've been so disabled that I was literally 16.5 stone, a size 22. I couldn't fucking move off the sofa, and I was dying because of my weight as well. Because I had high blood pressure, I had high cholesterol and everything because of the weight as well. And she sits there and rips the shit out of her next door neighbour while she's being friendly with her, of course, and rips the absolute fucking shit out of her, filming her for YouTube without her permission, giving out all of her personal information, talking absolute horrible shit about her when it's clear she's probably got a diagnosis that leads her to look the way she does. But there's Claire taking the absolute piss out of this woman. Yeah, I like Lee as well. I do like Lee. I think he's actually all right. He's pretty straight up. I think he's just very much used and abused, unfortunately. And he will always end up taking up for her. I don't know why. He's obsessed with her, I suppose. He's in love with her. I don't know. Seems weird though, doesn't it? Like, why would you put up with the shit that she pulls? I'd be so mortified if that was my partner or my mother. My kids would be devastated, mate. Oh my god, my kids would go mental if they fucking saw me behaving the way she does. Literally, like, if I started fucking flopping my backs out and wearing bondage outfits on YouTube, my son would be in here in the shop, turning the fucking thing off and saying, "Get the fuck up there and sort yourself out." And like, what the fuck are you doing? Do you know what I mean? And there she is. She's got no qualms with it. She doesn't care that her husband's sitting there watching it. She doesn't care that her children are sitting there watching it as well. Quite often in the same fucking room as well. I mean, that is repulsive. When her son came in and she's talking about like feeding period blood to the plants and touching yourself and stuff. And this poor kid's disabled, for fuck's sake. He doesn't need to be hearing that shit. He doesn't even understand it properly. But he's going to go away and fucking work things out if that's the way you behave around him. And you know what? He's going to work things out in all the wrong ways. He's not going to have a clue what he should and shouldn't be doing because he's just seeing you acting like a real slut. The brain damage due to lack of oxygen in the RA store recruited me out. I've been it was about 3 years in solid that I lived with my oxygen levels at 90 and below all the time. I should have been on oxygen, but I wasn't. And I still haven't got brain damage from it. I've had brain damage from birth, but I still haven't been. I've got brain damage because of it. I don't know. The RA thing was just screaming bollocks because there wasn't even a single symptom of RA, and that's not how you treat rheumatoid arthritis with methotrexate. She must have just sort of took a guess at what was the right prescription for rheumatoid arthritis, and she's come up with fucking methotrexate. What is wrong? okay? You okay? Good girls. Sorry, panic. There's a baby squealing. Why was he so who those videos of the neighbour that Shandy made without her permission weren't funny? Oh no, I found it embarrassing and upsetting. I felt like, hang on a minute, that could have been me. That could have been me. A couple of years ago I looked like that. You know? No one wants to look a fucking mess and overweight, and no one wants to be sick and disabled either. Well, most people don't. She obviously does. Well, she doesn't actually want to be sick and disabled. She wants the attention from being sick and disabled, but she hasn't actually got any symptoms of it. Otherwise, she wouldn't be on YouTube 24/7. You know what I mean? Like, what happens when I'm ill? You don't see me. That's how it is. If Lou had any sense and wanted some actual sympathy for the shit she's been through with it all, then she really needs to pull out the boat and start explaining to people what's gone on. Especially like with Claire. She was the one that warned me about Claire, and I should have listened to her, fair play. But of course, I assumed Lou was bullshitting because she does. Don't you mean best friend? Is that like her neighbour? Yeah. See, how can you sit there and talk to someone like they're your best friend, but you're sitting there slagging them off, going, "Ew, look at my neighbour. She baths in the bar in the back garden and stuff." Like, do you know, when I was first disabled and I first got RA, I bought myself a paddling pool to have out in my back garden because that's how bad it was. I couldn't get in and out of the bath. I was fucking devastated about it, and it was breaking my heart, and I just wanted to get fresh and clean every day. So I bought myself a paddling pool and was going out in the back garden and cleaning myself in this paddling pool because I couldn't get in and out of the bath. And now she's sitting there slagging off this woman for this, and I'm like, you're making it sound like she's being a real fucking dirty, grimy cunt, council estate cunt. But how do you know that she hasn't got like some sort of disability, something wrong that's making her like that, or to do things like that? You just don't know. But don't sit there in judgment while you're sitting there going, "But I'm poorly. I need attention. I need sympathy for everything wrong in my life." Don't be like that, you know? If you ain't got sympathy for other people, if you ain't got understanding for other people, you ain't got no problems, love. You know? That looks better, apart from that middle bit. Hasn't quite layered properly. Lee loves her so much he doesn't see the wood for the trees, so he's blind to her behaviour. I think, unfortunately, Lee enables her lies. He knows some of the stuff is lies, and he encourages it. Not encourages it, but he covers for her. He backs her up to people online so as they believe it. Like, I wouldn't have believed it so much if I hadn't have seen like, a husband there going, "Oh yeah, it's all true, it's all true." But it's clearly not. Not when it gets to that point where it's that much bullshit. Not even the thickest cunt in the world would believe it. I hated the idea that I had to call her out on health stuff. And I haven't yet. I am kind of now. Ooh, lovely. I might go over one more time with that because it's a bit beady. And I really didn't want to have to call out another human being on health stuff when I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and it's not very nice. And I was gutted that she's pulling it like that. But I can't just pretend that that's not happening. I can't just take her money and go, "Oh, it's okay, you carry on bullshit and I'll just back you up." I just tell everyone that you're telling the truth and have it on my head that you're actually a cunt. A muggy cunt. I've got to get off this and cook for my family. I feel bad. I've got a bill going out tonight, so I've got to cook. Oh, you said that you sent a PayPal, Shaz, didn't you? Bless you. Might be able to get them some McDonald's or something instead. Oh, I'd love a Sunday roast that someone else cooked at PJ, you know. I love a good Sunday roast. I do that. I do that sort of stuff all the time. See, when I make a live stream, when I do a live stream, I struggle to cook dinner as well. Because I usually sort of do the housework that I need to get done before coming live. You couldn't see the facial asymmetry. I can see it more on my own face, which I have got because I've had surgery 4 times, and it sort of stretched it down a little bit on that side. I can see it more on my face than hers, and that she's I've had a stroke and I've got Bell's palsy, not just a lazy eye or anything, you know. Yeah, it's not fun taking the piss out of someone just because they look different from you, especially when you're sitting there looking like Claire does. To sit there and fucking slag off your neighbour because she looks fucking weird and different. You really want to look in the mirror, love. Sorry, but it's true, isn't it? Like, don't fucking diss other people when you're fucking dressing up like a fucking hooker on a fucking bad night. Oh, bless you, Chef, thank you. I manage, I do manage, I've always managed, do you know what I mean? You just get on with it, don't you? It's part and parcel of life. And, but I do, as I say, appreciate every bit of help that I get from anyone. It means a lot to me, actually, that people see my content and they want to help me out and that, you know. It's not that. It's nice. It's nice to know that people actually care. People care about my family. People appreciate the work that I put in. Showers under the gutter and using the bath as a toilet. Yeah, exactly. That's just fucked up. Like, do you really believe that that's what happens with that neighbour? I don't. I don't believe that at all. If it does happen with that neighbour, what the fuck is she doing having her around as a friend? I wouldn't want her around as a friend. I'd be like, yeah, you can stay out of my house, lovely. Thank you. Go and get in your bath in the garden. You know, but I'd rather be like that than fucking calling her all the cunts under the sun behind her back and that and putting her on fucking YouTube without her permission. It's fucked up. Right. Pack it up. Sorry. Oh, sorry guys. Okay. exactly, Nelly. You know, especially if you're saying that you're sick yourself, you'd think it would be like, well, I want to help this person who's clearly either got mental health issues or got physical issues that need some sort of support. Either way, she clearly needs support, not being abused online. You know, if my neighbour was bathing in the garden, I'd be like, do you want me to help you get in and out of the bath, love? You get me? Get that last little bit down. Love the crafting, thank you, darling. Appreciate it. No, it still must come off a bit. No, it doesn't. I must admit, I didn't really believe it about New either, about pooping in her garden and stuff. Like, maybe something or other went on there, like, because, you know, New's not exactly a perfect person or nothing, but I thought it was a bit much. I'm so hot. Squeeze me. Oh, bless you, Shaz. Oh, jeez. I'm going to pop this up on some foam tape. Foam tape. I've got to get off and get my kids some food in a minute. Yeah, that's true, Dorothy. But sure doesn't appreciate the things that people have done for her anyway. Even with me, she'd be like, I loved you, Mama Cass. I cared so much about you. Like, she's so hard done by because, you know, I'm fucking sick of her. She's like, well, if you loved me so much, why have you treated me like a complete dick? Mugged me off and I've made people hate on me because you want to be a sympathy-seeking victim. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. I enjoy my craft and it keeps my head in a much more positive place than it would be otherwise. Hate feeling. Yeah, how is it going, Terry? I know you've been sicky with it all and that, but are you getting there? Huh? Yeah, it nearly kicked me off when I first got on as well. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's amazing. When I read into found out how much money she's taken off of other people, I honestly found it very, very shocking. That's all I'll say about that. Very shocking. It's actually heartbreaking because nobody should be treated that way or taken the piss out of that way, you know? No, just a with sympathy one. There. Is that going to sit on there? Bad. Yeah, she's literally begged off people all along and always said, oh, they're all bullying me because they say I begged them. Oh, I'm desperate. You don't understand. It's like, well, I do understand what it's like actually love. And I still want to fucking beg. People earn their money and they have a right to keep it. Yes, they're capable of donating it to you if they so choose, but they don't have to donate to you. You should sort your own problems. Just counting down the days to get to the new mark. I'm tired every day, but I just keep on. Just make and keep going. That's right, babe. I know. I know. Neve, no. Leave the babies. Neve. Oh, madam, please. Proper little madam thinks she's got a right to all the babies. Neva. Oh, it's your baby, that's right. You can have your babies. Ooh, coming up there. This is attached to double-sided sticky tape, so should work easy enough. I just got to tip out the little bits extra. Okay. Oops. Well hot. See, there's me trying to be nice to these people. And now I'm just like, fuck you all. Like, not fuck you all, but fuck them all. I'm not taking it anymore. I'm not going to keep fucking bowing down to it or keeping quiet about it. I did that once before and it didn't work out well for me. So now I call it like it is. She got a pit back well before that as well. I actually have a message showing when she got a pit back because she was asking me to send her bath bombs for her daughter for Christmas. And that was before she even started begging off of Maureen and that. So, you know, says a lot really, doesn't it? She had her money back well before she started begging for money. I do have patience, a lot of patience, but some people have really pushed that boat out lately, haven't they? There's only so much patience any person can have when people are dickheads repetitively. Yeah, no, it was just the higher rate of mobility that got stopped, by the way. it never was her whole benefits. It was the higher rate that got stopped because they didn't think she deserved it because she can walk to town and back every day. So then she appealed it, got it back quite easily, as is done, which she should never have even appealed it because she can walk to town and carry shopping bags and stuff like that. So she doesn't need mobility or higher rate mobility. But she's got it. She's had it for a very long time. Literally sweltering. I don't know why, because it's not even that hot here. Exactly. The benefits will check bank statements and stuff like that as well. You're not stupid if they do. And like, it's a bit different between getting someone donate you, say, £20 in one go, than begging about 20 different people on a daily basis to basically support you when you don't need it, and then be an ungrateful cunt when you do get that help. Yeah, even I struggled to get high mobility, and I was fully bedbound at the time. I had to appeal because it was only 1 point off, and actually I had about 5 points that I was entitled to extra that they had just ignored. So I was well and truly entitled to that higher rate, but they still tried to stop me from getting it because that's what they did, because you know they don't want to give it away to everyone. But then they've got so many people like her out there. I'm sick. I need all the money in the world because I'm sick. But perfectly capable of going to town for coffee every day. I couldn't even fucking get up and make myself a coffee, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? When I was fully disabled, that's how bad it was. I was gonna make these bigger, like more beefy, but I can't be bothered at the moment to layer it up. I'm just going to do a flat card. Da-da, da-da. I'm going to just get that sticky. Right. Oh. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to keep swearing, but I am knackered because it's been a long couple of weeks. So, hopefully that will all stick in place nicely, and that'll do for now. I'm quite happy with that just as that. I don't want to go any further with it. That feels out of place. Right. I can't do it. Okay. Raise to touch dimension. Nice one, Beth.
Ow, shit.
Okay, I'm going to get off, guys, because I need to sort my kids out. Family, food and shit like that. But it's been absolutely blinding to spend some time with you all. Really enjoyed it. Glad to have said my piece because it needed saying and I'm not going to be mugged off anymore. If you want to go to war with me, accept the war. Because I will be coming for you. I'll take you out in every way I can. I'm not going to put up with it anymore. I'm not going to be bullied off the internet anymore. I will fuck you up. I did all that before where I was like, oh, I'm not going to argue back with you because it's not worth it. I'll just ignore it and then it will go away. It never went away. It got worse. So, bring it on. I'm sure I'll do a damn sight more damage than anyone else would. Oh my god. I am sweating. Lovely to see you. Really enjoyed seeing you guys. I've missed you so much. And obviously Ash is on now as well. I'll probably sit in there for a little while this evening once I've got everything sorted. Vita, I will hit you up on Messenger in a little while. I need to read the last messages that you sent me back. If I don't get back to you, message me again because I might have to remember to come back to you. I'm terrible. But yeah, I'm there. You know I'm there. Dorothy James, lovely to see you. I've really missed you both. You've both been absent lately. Not absent, but we haven't been together lately, and I've missed you all. Shaz, thank you for the donations. Lovely. You're such a sweetheart. PJ Flickertan, everyone else, everyone of you. I love you all. Go on then, Storm, sorry. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here with me and supporting me through the hard times and the good times. You're all a bunch of legends in your own right. Terry, I am always thinking about you, love. Please, if you ever need to talk, don't ever feel that you can't talk to me. I'm always there for you. I think the world of you. I love you all. It was nice to see you all, and I enjoyed doing a bit of crafting today. I needed it. Needed a little time out from all that crap. So, thank you guys. I love you. Take care. Much love. Breathe easy, folks. I'll see you again soon. Bye.